gonna be LS stuff. Lots of LS stuff. And turbo stuff. Turbo LS stuff. Well, lots of fail right now. The car won't move. The car will not move. You can put it in park. There's trans fluid in it, everything's connected. It's not moving. So, that's what you get for buying a used trans. Not a big deal. So I'm gonna take the transmission back out, bring it to my buddy Harold's dad's shop, and take it apart. So, nice thing about tearing your car apart a million times, you can get stuff done pretty quick. Got this out in about 40 minutes. Not too shabby when you're working on the ground. So, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call Harold up. Probably just bring this to his dad's shop and just have him take it apart and see what's going on. All right, everyone, we are gonna go straight into all the failure over the past couple days. So as you saw previously, I had to take the transmission back out of the Camaro because it wasn't moving. Now, transmissions is probably my weakest point. I've never had a transmission apart. I don't know much about them. I know what are good transmissions, what are bad transmissions, but I'm not 100% on them. So, I took the transmission back out. Noticed the torque converter wasn't sitting in very good. My buddy Harold and his dad stopped by right after I took it out. And they confirmed that what I had was a TH350 with a lockup. And that is not what I want. I had no idea the difference. But I'll show you guys the difference, even though most of you are probably like, well, yeah, you probably should have checked this, blah, blah, blah. So here it is. So it'll have that. And it'll have this, oh, can I see in here? It'll have this little snout right here. So, yeah, Bob kind of looked at me and was like, you're an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. He's actually really awesome. And actually, he's who I'm going to send my transmissions to from now on. Because little did I know, that's where my buddy Eric has his transmissions built. So, that was cool. That was cool for him and Harold to stop by. Much appreciated. So, I'm on the hunt for a transmission again. And as you can see, I am completely redoing the garage again for like the third time in the past month. Mostly because I want more room in here. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. And we have a brand new project coming, which I am not going to give any details out on that yet. But it's very exciting. So we will keep you up to speed on that. So, sorry guys, Camaro is not going to see the road for a little bit because, man, that lighting's horrible. Let's go out here. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. It's not going to see the road for a bit because, obviously, I don't want to spend a ton of money, and especially while we're on this lockdown. So, I'm gonna wait to buy anything for that until everything kind of goes back to normal. So, another hiccup in the road, but no big deal. We'll get through it. So I'm gonna get back to organizing this, and I hope you guys enjoy the new layout and the new project coming up. Real quick, it's the next day after we shot that last clip. I did get my hands on a Turbo 400, so that is the trans we're gonna be using. I'm gonna have to get it rebuilt. Bob's gonna do that for me, and we're gonna have to get a drive shaft made, but it's all gonna be worth it in the long run. So until then, I'll probably be messing with some tuning on the S10 and the Camaro, even though it's down. But lots of tuning coming up, and like I said previously, the new project that's going to be here is, you guys are going to like it. Probably the nicest and fastest thing that's going to be here. So stay tuned for that. Catch you later. What's up, guys? It's a few days after the last clip. As you can see, there's the car back up in the air, and boom, new trans. This is a Turbo 400. That I'm actually gonna have rebuilt, gone through. But it's not gonna be like the last one. Torque converter fits good and everything. So our plan tonight is we're gonna get that in there and then get everything bolted up, modify the cross member again that I have to fit for this, because mount's gonna be in a different spot again, of course. So yeah, that's the plan tonight. So we're doing some welding and putting in trans, taking out a trans, all the fun stuff. But yeah, wasn't down for too long, so no worries. Let's get to it. Okay, so we got the Turbo 400 mocked up in the car right now. Yes, I'm watching Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. Come on. So what we learned, I knew the mounting point was going to be different. So if you can picture this up in the car like this, this is my old cross member. It's a UMI cross member I bought for the 700R4 because I have a different torque arm and everything to attach to this instead of the transmission. So unfortunately, I don't want to scrap this because it was like 250 bucks. So I'm going to modify this one to work with that. Now, instead of the transmission mount sitting here like it should, transmission mount on the 400 is actually over here. So what I'm going to end up doing is, and I have metal around here, I'm going to modify this one. I'm just going to basically weld a sheet underneath this to make it stronger, and it's going to come out to about here, and then it'll be strong enough. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this down or grind this down and put another piece of metal, basically giving it more support. It's a little overkill, but why not? If you're right there, you might as well do it and not worry about it. So I'm going to do that instead of buying a new one. I know a lot of you guys have told me, oh, just get it. Just get the cross member that's made for it. Every time someone tells me that, I think of my oldest brother. And he's a welder, he's a gearhead, he builds off-road toys up north, and I pretty much grew up watching him do that. Back in the day, whenever I would do a swap on something, whenever I would call him and be like, Chris, I bought this part, it fits perfect, blah, 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 blah. He would ask how much I spent on it. And when I told him like $200 or $300, he would just be silent. And then all of a sudden he'd be like, you're stupid, you're an idiot. He's like, bring that thing up here, we'll make that. You don't have to spend all this money. Now, I have a couple welders here, but I've got this 120 welder from Menards that I built my hot side with, and I've said in previous videos before, the best thing you could buy to save money if you're doing like a project car, you need to buy a welder. It will save you so much money. You don't even have to know how to weld. Buy this, and I'll show you. Showed you before. Buy this welder. Buy it. Brand new. It's $240. And it's Menards, so why don't you go when it's 11% off? Like we do. It will save you a fortune in the long run. And again, especially if, no, this one looks beautiful. Yeah, you could take your time and make it look good, but I don't care about that. I just want it to work right. I don't even have to paint it. I'll probably just put the steel on and just leave it unpainted, just to piss people off. But, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I already got the measurement actually on a template, so I'm gonna cut that up and start welding. One thing I think I wanna do, because I got my TV over here right now, and it's not permanent, I do wanna put it up on the wall over there. But tonight I can't use this and I need it. So I think I'm gonna take it off this, and I would like to put it, honestly, on my welding table, because it's strong enough, and most of the time I use that is when I'm cutting and about to weld up some metal. So I'm gonna take that off and see if I can find a spot for it on here. Yeah, buddy! Okay, so far, this is what I'm working with here. So I've got this metal here, which is just the same thickness as this. Slotted it through, drilled a hole. I was gonna weld this right here and leave it alone and it would hold. And then I realized this really isn't the same height as this. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm sure it'll be fine because I can mess with other stuff for the car, but I'm just gonna take another piece right here. Oops. Grind it down, match it up, and it'll be perfect. That way, I can weld underneath this, so it'll be strong on the bottom, and then probably weld a little bit on the sides of these, and then weld right here. That way, because the mount is gonna sit about right here, so I can drill my hole, that's where the mount will be. And I can still make a brace coming from here up to here, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So yeah, so really this bolt's not gonna do anything at that point, but it doesn't hurt to have it in. Just holds it in place over here better, that way I don't have to weld it. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna cut this the same length as the bottom one and probably start welding. All right, everyone. Just finished up with the welding, and as you can see, I grinded everything down too, just to smooth it out a little bit. I could grind a little bit more of this crap off, but probably won't. I still have to do the bottom bracket, but to be honest with you guys, this is stout. I could put it in the car like that and it'll hold, but since it's out, we might as well do it right. So the only thing I have to do besides that is get it back up in the car and measure where I have to drill the hole. That way I can bolt the trans mount to it, and we should be good to go. Yeah, it's cold out here. It's supposed to be like 50 degrees tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna come back out here and finish it up then. But yeah, not a bad night. A little bit of welding, a little bit of Cletus McFarlane, and we're making progress with 400. So not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. We should be we should have more than enough to hold it up with this. So, yep, don't need to spend any money. All right, guys, well, we'll see you out here tomorrow, and we'll catch you later.